Taehyung's tour cancelled in LA, Jungkook reveals shocking facts. What really happened? Welcome back to the channel, ARMY. If you've just stumbled upon us, you're in for an emotional, heart-gripping journey. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear may change the way you see this moment forever. It began in Los Angeles, the city of dreams. The city where BTS has made some of their most iconic memories, from sold-out stadiums to award show triumphs. This time, the spotlight was supposed to shine on Taehyung. His tour date in LA had been marked in bold red on ARMY calendars worldwide. Fans booked flights, saved up for hotels, prepared outfits inspired by V's unique style. This wasn't just another performance, it was a reunion between an artist and a city that had embraced him like one of its own. But then, just days before the scheduled show, the news broke. Cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. No explanation. No warning. Just a short, clinical message that left fans reeling. Social media lit up like wildfire. Was Taehyung unwell? Was it a scheduling conflict? Or was there something happening behind the scenes that the public wasn't meant to know? In the hours that followed, theories poured in. Some pointed to health rumors, recalling how even the strongest performers can be pushed to their limits by grueling schedules. Others whispered about disputes with the organizing team, citing vague insider leaks that only fueled the chaos. But then, Jungkook stepped in. And everything changed. He didn't give an official press statement. No. His words came quietly, almost unexpectedly, during a live stream that wasn't even supposed to be about this. It was the way he spoke, the pauses, the weight in his tone. This wasn't just a simple case of a date being moved. There was pain in his voice, and in that pain, a truth began to surface. Jungkook described the lead-up to the LA date, how Taehyung had been rehearsing with an intensity that worried the rest of the members. He doesn't know when to stop, Jungkook said softly, as if he was speaking more to himself than to the thousands watching. He mentioned late-night practices, skipped meals, and a kind of quiet stress that Taehyung didn't openly share but couldn't fully hide. Then came the detail that silenced the chat. We all told him to slow down. He said he couldn't. Not for this one. What did Taehyung mean by this one? Why was LA so important that he was willing to push his body and mind beyond their limits? Some longtime ARMYs remembered that LA was where Taehyung had experienced a deeply personal moment during BTS's earlier tours, a night where the crowd's chants had reportedly brought him to tears backstage. Could this date have been meant as a full-circle moment? A way to reclaim something he felt was left unfinished? But Jungkook's story didn't stop there. His words hinted at something heavier, that the cancellation might not have been Taehyung's choice at all. Sometimes, decisions get made that aren't in our hands, Jungkook admitted, his eyes shifting away from the camera. We just have to trust that it's for the best. Even if it hurts. The live stream ended shortly after, leaving fans both grateful for his honesty and shaken by the implications. Who made the decision? And why? Industry insiders began weighing in. Some claimed the venue had faced last-minute complications. Others hinted at issues with contracts, permits, or even disagreements between management and the production crew. But the most haunting theory? That Taehyung himself had been quietly battling something, physical or emotional, that couldn't be hidden on stage. Think about it, in the world of K-pop, the stage is sacred. Canceling a show is not just a logistical headache, it's a heartbreak for both the artist and their fans. For it to happen at this scale, in a city as important as LA, something significant must have occurred. Meanwhile, photos began surfacing online. Candid shots of Taehyung at the airport days before the cancellation, dressed simply, head down, walking with a slower pace than usual. Some fans swore they could see exhaustion in his eyes. Others argued it was just the angle, the lighting. But the debate only made the mystery grow. And then there's the unspoken truth: BTS has always been more than just performers. They're human beings, living under the weight of expectation from millions around the world. Every decision, every appearance, is scrutinized. Every absence becomes a question mark. For Jungkook to step in and say what he did, even carefully, even indirectly, meant that the real reason wasn't something the label wanted front and center. Which leads to the question, what was he protecting? Taehyung? The group? Or the fans themselves? Sometimes, in stories like this, the truth hides in the small moments: a look exchanged, a sentence cut short, a choice of words. Jungkook didn't just share facts. He left breadcrumbs. An army has been following them ever since. But the deeper we go, the stranger it gets. Because there's one more piece of this puzzle, something that happened on the very day the cancellation was announced, involving Taehyung, a private studio in LA, and a visitor no one expected. And that is where the story takes a turn no one saw coming. The studio set tucked away on a quiet street in downtown Los Angeles, the kind of place you'd pass without noticing, unless you knew exactly where to look. It was small, unmarked, with tinted glass windows and a single heavy door. Locals say it's where some of the city's most intimate, off-the-record music sessions happen. On that afternoon, while the news of the cancellation was still rippling across social media, a black SUV pulled up outside. Witnesses remember it clearly, not because of the car itself, but because of the man who stepped out. Taehyung. Alone. No security swarm. No flashing lights. Just V, dressed in a dark hoodie and cap, carrying what looked like a worn leather notebook. He moved quickly, glancing around as if hoping no one recognized him. But the most curious detail? He wasn't there for a photo shoot or a casual jam session. He was there for a meeting with someone who, in the army world, has been a ghost for years. Until then, the unanswered questions will keep circling. Why LA? Why that day? What was in the notebook? And most of all, what did Jungkook mean when he said, "Not for this one"? Perhaps one day we'll look back and see the full picture, the rehearsals that pushed him to his limits, the meeting in that shadowed studio, the way Jungkook tried to tell us without really telling us. And maybe, when that day comes, we'll understand why this cancellation wasn't an ending, but a beginning in disguise. Because with BTS, every mystery has a meaning. And every silence is a story waiting to be told.